Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining me on today's fantastic live stream. Guys, silver is flying today, man. It's super exciting. I'll put the cam on in a sec. RPM Limited's just dropped in, man. How you doing? It's fantastic to see you. Likewise, Potted Jam as well. It says, "Where's my 16-pound silver? My 16 pounds silver. It ain't coming, buddy. It ain't coming." Potted Jam. I told you guys last week that was my indication, and I certainly understand those are wishful thinking, but I think the chart says it all. There's not really much more I can say. Potted Jam. He says, there it is. It's a pot, says Michael M. And RPM Limited. Always good to see you, man. It says, "Hey, you guys, how are you doing?" RPM, it's good to see you. I'm not picking up. Obviously, for some reason, my counter says 0 views, but obviously you guys are replying. So that's always a good sign. SL, I came in second place for the 1909 S BDB Gore. Oh man, 50-50 chance I could have won at the end. I'm sorry, man. Jeez, Potted Jam, you are you just love those giveaways, man. You're like straight in there. My Giga Gold package finally arrived. Finally got through customs. Well, congratulations. I've got something here myself, which has just arrived today, which is fantastic. So I'll open it up with you guys. You guys can take a look. Huge fee, but I don't know yet. Jeez. I can feel secondhand wallet pain. Oh dear. There we go. RPM Limited says silver, gold, dove well again. Sorry, silver, gold, done well, I presume he means. RPM, and so there we go. We've got Potted Jam says, all right, see. So what, you're dropping in for a few seconds and then you got to go. Come on, man. You got to stick around longer than that. Potted Jam says, Michael, I know I'm so angry about the 1909 still. Well, there's always next time. Chris Garner says, I wish the Silver Panda premiums would go down. $100 for a 1983 Silver Panda. That is the cost of aging, Chris. I mean, clearly, guys, let's start the camera. So let's get things rolling. How you doing there, guys? Thank you very much for joining me on today's live stream. And again, special thank you to RPM Limited, one of my donators, top man. Thank you very much. Also communicates via email as well. So always an absolute pleasure to chat to you guys. My stream count still says 0, but clearly there's a few people in here. So it's great. Aussie Alchemist, Chris Garner, Slabbed. We're going to go through some comments, guys. Silver is rocking it today. When I mean rocking it, it's practically, it's an absolute flyer. It's up 3.5%. Gold is up 0.45%. Platinum is up 1.13%. Palladium is up between 0.5 and 0.6. And we're going to be discussing Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin, a very interesting one. It hasn't really gone up. It's gone more down than it's actually gone up. So we're going to take a look at that. Cutie Cat says, Michael M. So Potted Jam says, yeah, I know. I'm happy for her. Hope you're going to stick around, Potted Jam. The 2011. Sorry, the comments are flying in here. Every time I think I'm going to select one, next comment pops in. Chris Garner. That's right. He says slabbed. My oldest panda is 2018. Wow. Okay. That's nice. Let's have a look here. We got F.E says free 4A says last week you were crying about silver. You need strong hands to hold on. It's heavy. last week you were crying about silver. I don't know. I wouldn't say I was crying about it. I was upset. I wouldn't say, but I did say it was a healthy pullback. I wouldn't say I'd be crying about it. That's a bit strong. GSR, gold silver ratio back to 82 to 1. I want to see it below that. I want to see 75, somewhere around there to be realistic. Currently lost in Birmingham. Jody, welcome. Jody, fantastic. And again, an awesome guy. Also a donator to the channel. If any of you are thinking of donating, check out the details in the description. I've got my top 5 list. I've got one more space for the top 5 open, and I will do a draw. So Says currently lost in Birmingham. Catch up in a bit. Very nice guy. Dropped me an email there. Sent through a donation as well. So Jody, thank you very much for that. I sent him an email. Just it was fantastic to get. Thank you very much. Michael M says, I think I got a good deal for my 2011. Woohoo, Chartman, says Mudswad. Got it for 36 Canadian dollars. Wow, okay, cool. Good day, Jody. Mudswad, RPM. There we go. Everyone's, I see my counters now started to move. It says 5 now. Potter Jam says, Jody, you're in the UK? Me too. Oh, and we're live. Of course we're live. Absolutely. Right, let's take a look at the charts. And then I've got this this package arrived for me. I'm gonna open it up for you guys. I've been waiting about 2 weeks for this. I've mentioned it before in a few live streams. You guys are welcome to take a guess as to what it is. So really looking forward to that. Right, let's look at the chart there. Okay, this is silver on the 4 hour. And then we're going to take a look at silver on the 1 day. So we'll start with the 1 day first, and then we'll take a look. So there we go. That's our strong buying pressure. Look at that, guys. And we've got a tiny wick right at the top. That to me immediately puts it in a bullish cycle. I wouldn't say bullish cycle, but in a bullish mode. Because generally, if you've gone up, the pullback, you always tend to have these long wicks like we've seen previously. I mean, look at these wicks here. This to me just indicates that this is just the start of this new wave coming in. So I'm very happy with that. We're way above this new supporting line. Like I've said before, resistance then becomes new support, which is exactly what's going to happen here. So if we look at silver on the 4 hour, like this chart does here, you can clearly see well above it. Although we've tried to pull down here, the support kicked in essentially, and the buying has maintained. And again, we've got small little wicks. I love these wicks. We're well above our moving averages, guys. Check this out. So I'll expand this a little. There's our moving averages. We're way above that, which is great. So we are looking good moving into the week. I mean, fantastic. When I finished off on Friday, I'd hoped that we were going to try and get as close to 18 as possible. And then I was expecting a big start this week, and that's pretty much, it didn't disappoint. And we just had consistent strong buying for silver, for the white metal. And I mean, there it shows. I was talking, it was up 3.5%. 3.7%, and gold could only achieve 0.5%. So 6 times, 7 times over that silver's been sold to gold, and hence why that gold to silver ratio has fallen as well. So you've had very strong demand for silver currently at the minute, and there it shows in the chart. So looking fantastic. Hopefully we can work this candle. This candle's still very young. It's 3.5 hours to go. So, and yes, we're hitting resistance at the minute. We smashed this resistance level, which was great. We went right through that. So we had this resistance level to compete with, and then we had this one here, which is the top of this candle here, including the wick. So where do I see our next area of potential? Well, essentially where we are right now is we are hitting a bit of resistance here. So hence why these wicks, we've got a lot of selling coming in at these levels. So long as these people continue to keep buying, then we should be okay. However, these guys, the people who are looking in that area, might consider selling, essentially. So it all depends on what happens here, whether these guys who bought, whether they sell, and then that will affect the price on where we are here. Obviously, there's been pretty consecutive selling over in this area, which broke us down out of this higher zone here, which would have seen us at a $20 level in fairly quick time. So it's like we're that cycle starting over again. So what we need here is a higher high, which we're obviously setting from a 4-hour perspective. Even from a daily perspective, we are seeing higher highs, which I said to you guys on Friday's video. That's what I saw. I think it was a Thursday and Friday. There was good buying. Yes, it was small, but essentially this week I was expecting the explosion. Let's go and check within everybody. Let's have a look. Aussie Alchemist says, good day, Michael Jam. Good mud. I just woke up for the chart, man. Potter Jam says, how comes took you so long to go live? Just lag. What took me so long was the setup. I had an issue, essentially nothing major. My wife had used my laptop, and of course, I needed to make sure it was charged. It wasn't plugged in when I arrived, and then I was busy getting the screens right, and there was some kind of lag to a degree actually inside the one of the programs. So I thought I'd just restart and reset. So that's exactly what I did. Silver I doing my first goal soon. Approved slabbed PCGS or NGC $50. Wow, that sounds great. Pot of jam. Hit my 50-ounce silver stacking goal for this year. Congratulations. I think everyone can wish you congratulations there, Pot of Jam. Well done, man. Pot of Jam, you already won. Just playing. That's Mudswat. Mudswat says, make sure to enter it when I release the video. Pot of Jam says, might be the first goal I don't win. And then Mudswat says, I'll try if I can remember. Did you enter mine? It's up now. There you go, Mudswat. Mudswat's busy having a go, everyone. You better head over there and visit his channel. I'll take that back when I'm ending it. Your choice. You'll have to watch the video. There you go. There's a giveaway up for grabs there on Mudswat's channel. Be sure to check that out. Right, so once we get past this resistance level, it's pretty much going to open up a $19 silver relatively quickly. So, probably once we're ahead this area here, there's not much more resistance. That's the next resistance level is 1875. Once we're above that, we'll pretty much be in the 19 territory in no time. So we just need to get through this little hiccup here, then tackle the 875 area, continue on to 880. Once we clear that, 1890, 1909, and so on, and we should start to move in relatively quick pace. Now, one thing to remember in regards to silver's previous high, they were about 1964. However, there's more positive buy momentum currently now before this one. So rates have dropped again. There's more positive outlook for precious metals yet again. So I really foresee us overtaking this high here. I mean, for me, it's the amount of information out there is extremely bullish in regards for precious metals. So it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of when we get above this level, not if we get above that level, if you know what I mean. That's what says, sorry, Silverman, I don't mean to clog your stream. That's fine, that's what, just keep it going. It happened by accident. There you go. Came a long way from my little 17-ounce stack. I feel like I've got a reasonable stack at this point. Wonder what it will be like when I'm 18. I've started to think it's a nest egg. There you go. I like it, Jam. I'm sure you can't wait to get that Giga Gold giveaway, man. Invest in for when I'm older. Been looking into all sorts of inflation rates, such as seems as if leaving money in cash is the silliest thing. Well, there you go. If you got extra money, I'd say invest it. I think that's what everyone would think. So next, I'm probably going to be picking up at least another 50 ounces, at least an ounce of gold. My target's an ounce of gold by the end of the year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to that level relatively soon. So I'll be hopefully ahead of my target. So anyway, so let's have a look. We're going to move on to gold here. Silver's currently priced at $18.64, guys. So it's currently up 66 cents on the day. That is massive. Don't forget, 10% on 18 is 180. 5% is 180 is 75. No, is it 180? No, it's 60, 75. It's 75. So at 3.8%, it's just constantly moving. So it'd be good to see it at least clear this level here and start to take on that 1875 territory, and then put it in for tomorrow's day. Just one thing we need to be careful of here, guys, is the consistent buying here. Eventually, once there's too much pressure on the upside, there's got to be a decent pullback. So we can have days like that when you have this area here. You can see there's heavy wicks on both ends because there's been consistent buying and selling. But what you don't want to see is too much of a parabolic move and have a blow off top and straight back down again. So, it's looking good. It's in my area. This is the road to $20 level. We're still looking pretty good here. At least we're back in the zone now, which I'm super happy about. When we were back here, it was pushed out to December, so I'm quite happy at this area here. If we can start pushing up higher, as in then start to end up here, man, we'll be at $20 before you know it. So it just depends on if we're going to have consistent buying as opposed to consolidation, and more pressure on the upward movements, consolidation and more pressure moving up. Then we can get there in relatively no time. So as long as that can be maintained and those buyers are just constantly at the door, they're constantly wanting more of the white metal, we should get to 20 in no time at all. At least that's my indication. So look, we got okay, we're down to 4 people. Wow, okay, I didn't realize I was boring everybody. Dude, I've waited so long. Also, sorry for blasting your chat. No problem, Potted Jam. Well, if nobody else is talking, then why not? Thoughts on sovereigns? I think I might pick up quarterly next year. Yep, sovereigns are a big one for me. That's what I'm stacking up at the minute. I'm buying. There's a half sovereign in this bag here that I'm about to unveil to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Right, let's move on to gold, everybody. Right, there we go. So gold also fairly chipping away. It's look, it was a bit slow this morning. It was up, I think, 6. It's currently up $8, $8.82. Again, we've got some decent candles here on the 4-hour. So we're looking fairly good. I'm quite happy with that. I do want to see some bigger candles, though. That's just one thing that gold is struggling with right now, is it just doesn't have enough volume. It's got small volume, hence why we're seeing these. I mean, I wouldn't be one that's complaining, but we are seeing consistent buying currently at this level. Gold is currently at $1,525 an ounce. We've got some strong candles here, very similar to silver, actually. This last candle here, there's 3.5 hours left roughly, and again, little small wick on it. So the potential there to move up more is definitely there, as far as I'm concerned. And it'd be good to see what happens in relation to that as the time goes. So let's check gold on the 1 hour. There it is. There's us on the daily. So on Friday, we broke through that resistance line and then immediately became support. So as you can see here, we've had a slight pullback, but again, it hasn't warranted a support zone. It hasn't really kicked in. So we're well above that. We're maintaining that area there. So good consistency. We're currently hitting resistance, though, in this area here, there, and there. However, we are moving into some buying zones. So there's a bit of mixed buying and selling currently at the minute. And that's probably what is, I wouldn't say it's too heavy. You can definitely see the wick on the bottom is slightly bigger than the top, meaning that there was quite substantial selling initially. But overall, it looks pretty strong. It's going to be moving into some more buying areas. So maybe a little bit more consolidation would probably be a good idea, if that's at all possible, though it has been consolidating. Just looking down here, if we have a look in this zone here, for a number of weeks, it's been in a consolidation zone, probably about a week. So I'm expecting movements to the upside based on this here. However, it's these resistance areas that we need to get through, and we need to see some really strong candles. If you look here, strong candles there, like really big ones. These are quite small in comparison. What's our volume there? Okay, there's no record on volume, but we are, however, finally above our 20 moving average, which is great. So we are above this. That, just in case those that don't know what the 20 moving average is, that's the average over the last 20 days, and we are well above that now. Whereas previously, we'd been under it, which for me is not a upward trend movement. It always tends to be a bit sort of mixed depending on where it is here. However, it's only really touched the areas here, well, once over there, but that was briefly, and this was the big area that we've been in for quite some time now. So I want to see some good buying. I suspect there probably is some good buying on the horizon here for gold based on this consolidation level. What do you guys think? Potted Jam says, did you hear I came second? You're still going on about that, Potted Jam. Sorry, need my coffee. Yeah, no, actually, I probably should have had a cup of coffee myself. There's 7.4 grams per sovereign, right? So if I can pick one up every 3 months, that's nearly an ounce. in the year. Sounds good to me. Yeah, it's 7.99 in total weight, but yeah, it's about 7.4 grams in gold weight. Yeah, they're extremely popular. It's probably one of the reasons why I like sovereigns currently. I'm going to be looking at maybe trying to pick up some old ones, all graded, of course. So give me 1 sec here, everybody. I've just got to close the door here. It's raining again down this side. Right, says, oh, here we go. Ozzy says he's going to an estate auction here. One lot is 7 times 1966 Australian round 5. Whoa, they're nice. Those round cents, man. You got to pick them up, Ozzy. Wow, Ozzy Alchemist, I wish you luck, man. I wish you all the best. I hope that comes through for you. Anyone here in the UK, I've got a pocket knives or such up for trade or for sale. There you go. Hi, everyone. Put a jam. A good place to buy sovereigns is Hatton Gardens Medals. They're very reasonable prices. If you live in London, you can save postage by going in person. Yeah, when I was in Bournemouth, I used to buy from a local dealer there, and the sovereigns, I think we basically got them for a few quid above spot. Sorry, just in case my American friends are wondering what quids. Sorry, a quid means. A quid means one. It's slang for essentially £1. But they also use the term quid here in Ireland, even though they use euros. Sorry about that. I'm sure you guys can hear the rain out there. I just managed to get into the office here and get this thing running. Right. Potter Jam says fractional Britannias are also great. Pure fine gold. Well, it's all 3/9s fine. I just shared on Facebook. Thanks very much, Mudswat. You're a legend, man. Cheers, are you current? Oh, unless he's talking about somebody else. Fractional Britannias carry a big old premium, though. Yep, sovereigns don't carry much of a premium, so you're better off looking at them. Yes, but they are very easy to sell. I've never once gone into a coin shop and don't live anywhere near one. There we go. I'm back. The stream vanished. Well, hopefully it's a-okay. I'm reading 9 watches currently, which is great. I've had to speak up because of the noise in the background. Right, so let's look at platinum, guys. Right, there we go. It looks like platinum's finally starting to get some momentum. I mean, we're up $13 on the day. So again, platinum, I still think is a good bet for future potential based on charts, based on performance. You know, for those that can't get into gold because it's too expensive, you can essentially get more platinum for your gold money. But here we go. This is our resistance levels we're moving into currently, the 960 zone. You can see it here, here. So platinum's going to need some really good momentum to get above this level. Once it clears 960, it can head up to 970, 975. Previous high for platinum was 997 euros. Look, I'll give it that. It's above its 20-day moving average here, which is great. We're starting to pick up momentum. You can clearly see here we're slowly starting to get the wheels turning. But some rain out there, guys. Look at that. 3 consistent days there of buying. Friday, Thursday, and today. You can see that candle still working itself up for higher movements. Not much resistance at this level currently. Well, once it clears this resistance, guys, I can see it. It's going to be heading for 4 figures in no time. So it'll be good for those that have that currently have platinum in their stack. It's to me, this is looking good. Supposedly being a coin dealer is a very profitable job. I very much doubt that, Potter Jam. RP Moon says, I forgot to refresh your home screen. Silver and gold has done a nice bounce back. I know, it just actually started to pick up now. Silver's currently 1865. We got 1525. Jeez, check that. Can you guys can hear that, right? I mean, it is literally deafening. Ozzy says, hit the like button, please. Yeah, please, guys, hit the like button. I want to see at least 20 likes. Did you pick up platinum, silver? I've got a bit of the yellow metal in here. I'm going to take a look in a sec. I wish I had, though. I'm still looking for platinum, but it's just too expensive. And I don't mean on the price. I'm willing to pay the spot price, the premiums. Cheers, Potter Jam. Wow. Jesus. I want to stop the camera for a sec. It is seriously bloody raining out there. Don't be resistant, speak support. Join Silver Limey here. Thanks very much, Ozzy. Don't be resistant. I like that. That is classic. I love that line. Ozzy, thanks very much. Potter Jam says he agrees. Sorry, Ozzy Oven says Potter Jam, I agree. RPM Limited says, I hear you fine, SL super. Sorry in case it's a little bit loud. Motspot says, if you came here from my Facebook, press 1. I like that. Thanks, Mudswat. What happened? Was that the rain? I mean, it is absolutely gushing now. SL79, I used to live in Tasmania. Must be bad rain if you're worried. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had that sort of downpour. I mean, already the yard out in the front there is already flooded from the past couple of days. We've had 2 days of solid rain, and then this today is just like really like raindrops, like probably this big. Right, guys, let's crack on with this and let's get everyone's favorite metal. Just kidding. Palladium, guys, what do you think of Palladium? Palladium has broken its previous resistance. It's still at an all-time high. Yes, it's having a bit of a sell-off here currently at the minute. However, it's in new territory. $1,650 an ounce for Palladium. Man, I tell you what, it's ridiculous. When I first got into precious metals there in the early 2000s, Palladium was barely on the radar. I think it was like $200 an ounce or something stupid. Imagine if you'd bought Palladium back then at $200 an ounce, guys. Because don't forget, in early 2000s as well, you've got a gold which was much higher. So Palladium would have been a great bet. You know, you could have bought 50 ounces of Palladium, kept it, and you'd end up with a fortune. Or even 100. Imagine getting 100 ounces of Palladium. Be a nice bet at 200 a piece. What's that, 20,000? You would effectively, your return on 100 ounces at today's rate. Right, so we got 100 ounces times by 1650, $165,000. Okay, and it would have cost you, if you bought, if it was 200 ounce, times that by 100, would have only cost you 20,000. So literally a 20,000 investment, guys, times by 100 would have netted you 165 grand. Talk about missed opportunities. Modswat says, I'll be happy if platinum goes to 1K. Then my prediction was correct. It missed it by $3, Modswat. So definitely it's not far away. Silver Junkie 1350, man, how you doing? You can call me 12:59 from now on. 12. Beg your pardon. Sorry, 22:50. Apparently, he's put there in the stars. 22:50 says Silver Junkie. The worm has turned. Wow, Silver 5% plus. Yep, we're seeing, well, not quite 5%, but it's up 3.8% currently, and it's getting up there. We're going to see this 1875. Gold still hovering around 1525 level. Let's get into Palladium, because that's what we're here for. So again, yes, let's have a look. So we've got consistent, we're now starting to get momentum above our 20 moving average. There you go, consistent buying for the last 3 days. That means from Thursday, Friday, Monday. However, there's been significant selling pressure. You can tell by that wick. That wick is about just below halfway. So initially it went up. I was going to say hit resistance, because there is no resistance currently. This is an all-time high for Palladium. So 1650, and immediately there's a 16. What was the level? What did we reach? 1664 was the high. Man, I can just smell that this is going to hit 1700. The return on that alone would have been fantastic for those who got in a bit early. M-Lock, how you doing, M-Lock? Awesome, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. I'm going to put the gold back on for this one, and I'm going to open this parcel here that I got. So this is, as you guys know, I've been consolidating some of my silver, and I've been buying some gold. I've got too much silver currently at the minute, so I said to you guys there, I'm basically looking at just trying to spread out a bit, just get my wings spread a bit. So I've got some gold here that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm super excited. For those that know it, sorry, this is gold chart on the 4-hour, so we're looking good there. I've mentioned this a few times in the live streams. Let me just it says here, with compliments, Adrian Gorka Bond, buyers of all coins. This is the gent who I bought this off. Buyers of coins, all types, gold and silver. Right, let's see what we got here. Oh, very well packaged. And he's put it in another Jiffy envelope. Okay. Oh, well, that feels heavy, man. It feels really heavy for considering it's. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here's a business card. Adrian Gorka. Getting this guy in the UK. And this is the piece here. Look at that, guys. PF70. 2005 Half Sovereign. Man, I am ecstatic with this. It's only a half, but I'll tell you what, I'm very happy with that. NGC graded 2005 Great Britain Half Sovereign PF70 Ultra Cameo. And look at the number there, number 20. There's 36 of these have been graded, and there's only 26 of these in population at PF70 grade. Fabulous. But I will do a unboxing video there for my viewers. If you like to see the unboxings, I will obviously do that. I'll put it back in the packaging, but this is just a sneak preview there for you guys there. I can add this to my registry now as well, and I've got 3 coins still that are in for grading. So hopefully I'm looking forward to the results for that one. And I'm really looking forward to getting them. There's 3 coins for grading, and again, for my regular viewers, they know which ones they are. So really looking forward to that. Aussie Alchemist posting, don't be resistance, be support. Join Silver Limey 79 here. I love that term, actually. That sounds so cool, Aussie. Thank you very much. Right, let's get cracking, guys. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin next. I'm going to check in with silver. So let's put the silver chart back up again. So there we go. I'm just going to check the comments here. There we go. Beautiful half sovereign. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. E-currents. The 2005 sovereign design. It featured a well, obviously St. George and the Dragon, however, without the lance and rather with a sword. So yeah, really super happy about that. PF70 grade, highest grade I can get. I got it at a good price. I'm currently bidding on something at the moment. I need to increase my gold holdings, so I've got to bid on something, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. You know, one thing about, you know, when you try and take the emotion out of buying, especially when you're looking at investments, take the emotion out of it, because you have to. You've got to be strict. I am like this now. It's like I give myself a budget. If I lose it, then I'll just move on to the next one, because more than likely there are going to be more coins out there. So you know, guys, if you're bidding on something and you're like, man, I really want that coin, do not pay over the odds for it. Simple as that. You know, with something like that, it's graded as well, so it has got numismatic value. I'm super happy about that. I'm keeping that long term. So for me, that's going to be for the foreseeable future. I won't be selling it. But try and stick to your way of buying. So, for instance, if you say, right, I'm going 280 maximum, and your 280 is reached, then move on to something else. I mean, if it's €10, then or $10, so however you want to. But you might want to go. You know what? I'll do a little. I'll do an extra $10. Boom. But if you still don't get it, then just leave it and wait for something else to come up. Otherwise, you just end up paying too much for it, and then the gap between premium and your value grows. So try and just be sensible in regards to it. Just take the emotion out. It's the best thing you can do when it comes to precious metals, because otherwise you're never going to let anything go, and you'll always be no. I'm keeping all my stuff, because we're all in this pretty much to have some form of wealth preservation down the line. However, you know, if you're not going to cash it in down the line, then what's the point? You might as well have stocks and bonds or something like that. Aussie Alchemist says, same need to trade for gold, hanging in for the GSR to shrink 74 to 1 would be enough to pull trigger for another quarter ounce. Yeah, well, essentially what I've been stacking, Aussie, is semi-numismatic bullion coins. Which when I mean semi, I'm talking there's a limited quantity of them. So I've been essentially, that's what I pretty much started at looking at when I first got into stacking. Was I wanted coins that had a good mixture of value and bullion value and some form of collectible value. And the main reason for that being is that you can ask for the premium then a little bit easier, rather than just going for a flat bullion coin. I mean, if you just have a bullion round, then it's only ever going to be worth bullion value. However, if you buy koalas, or I'm just naming a few here, kookaburras, or certain Britannias that have a limited value, or valiance or something like that, you know, they will have a base value to it, but there's all that you can get a premium out of it. So that's the way I've been doing it, and I've been fairly successful with it. I mean, I sold my 10 ounce Valiant, sold it on eBay. I bought it at 160 and sold it at 210. I've got another one there. I'm thinking of letting it go, but I'm probably going to ask for when I'll be probably asking something pretty heavy for it. Don't forget the 210. Your PayPal fees need to come off there, and your eBay fees need to come off. So 210, that was €21 eBay fees. So I immediately brought it down to 189. And then my PayPal fees were quite small. It was something like €7. So 180, I made €20. Super happy. Can't really complain on something like that. I made a profit. So there are some out there that think you can't make money on silver. RPM Limited says, I wonder if NGC do a case for the 1 ounce Batavia. I have 3 now, 2 to sell. They probably do. RPM. They will essentially grade anything, as far as I'm I'm aware. I'm waiting for 3. I've got a Proof Krugerrand 2018 silver being graded currently as we speak. And then I've got a Nautical 2018 being graded, MS Mint State. And then I've also got I've got the Oak Leaf, which is fantastic because the release date for the Oak Leaf has been pushed back, which is great. So it's been pushed back to next month, and I've already got it. And I've got probably one of the first to be graded. I mean, I'm super happy. I can't wait to get the official photos. RPM Limited says the Silver Triangle Shipwreck coin. There you go. That sounds interesting, RPM. Hey, your current says, hi, Aussie. And Aussie Alchemist there says, just made me think, did anyone get a rectangular coin graded Perth Mint? Yeah, I saw them. I know, you know, I probably should have done that myself, Aussie. I don't think I've seen any of those graded. It certainly would be interesting, though. I've got a few of those. Aussie, actually, yeah, I've got a few of them. I need to see how much they're selling. Be something to flip on eBay. I need to check how much they're going for. Maybe flip some of them for some gold or platinum if I can. Must be peace or something that's burning. Graham Stacker, man, how you doing? Another one of my donators. Thank you. Hey, thanks, buddy. I like the new logo. His thumbnail there. I wonder if Lake House Beach had anything to do with that. Graham Stacker, very nicely done. Yes, so looking at silver here again. This is silver on the 4-hour. It's looking pretty good. I want to see more movements to the upside based on how these wicks are performing. I think it looks good. The momentum's back essentially for silver. So for me, it's just a matter of time before we tap into that 20. It's for me, it's more a when. Are we going to be looking here, or are we looking back here? Are we looking down further down the line, or are we going to start to push up, break through the 19, and keep moving up, and then break this higher resistance level and really start to get into some interesting figures? Imagine that $20 silver, guys. I'd be over the freaking moon. Hello, Graham Stacker says, thanks, man. Lake House is the man. There you go. So Graham Stacker, lovely label, man. Really awesome. But yeah, Aussie, that would be an awesome coin to get graded. I think I might need to explore that route. I might just see how much the 2018s are going for. Platinum, right. So let's move on to the Bitcoin. Le Bitcoin. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this. This is very interesting. And another thing which I haven't taken into consideration is Bitcoin is going to halve next year, right? And where are we? We're moving into October, November, December, January, February, March. I mean, yeah, we're still a while away, but I mean, looking at where we've, pretty much since June, we just haven't been able to make those higher highs. We've just been suffering to break it up higher. I mean, you can see it in everything in the charts. And Backdoor also opened their doors today for trading, and it hasn't really done anything. We're under our moving averages now. I mean, look at this. We're totally under our moving averages for me, which is immediately a bearish sign. And the wicks are getting long towards the bottom there. Yes, they've come up, but again, to me, Bitcoin just doesn't seem to have the momentum to break out. Yes, it might be waiting for further movements into this area here before we start to see something. But again, it's just a waiting game, and then we're going to be seeing lower prices. There are people out there calling for $9 grand, $8.5 grand, $7 grand, $6 grand Bitcoin, and even MudSwat is calling for $4 grand. I don't know whether that would be realistic, but I would be seriously cautious about getting into Bitcoin right now. And again, guys, if it goes up, then we've had these movements where it's gone up, and look where it is. We had these ones here, what we often refer to as bullish momentum, and then we had our fake out over here, boom, straight back down again. And then of course we had our follow up to that, straight back down again, and then straight further down, sort of a semi recovery, and we looked like we were going to test. We didn't even really get into above this area here, with the exception of there and here. So I'd be seriously cautious about putting money into Bitcoin right now. A lot of, the way I put it down to, I would put it down to patience for everybody. So it looks like a whole bunch of messages have just come through here. Just be patient. If you guys want to get into cryptocurrencies, then just be patient. And again, there's not a lot of activity. I mean, you barely see me whenever I'm live streaming Bitcoin. There's very few times that I've gone, Bitcoin's up $400, guys. Fantastic. I've always been, oh yeah, it's holding, you know, it's $150 up or $50 up, or it's down $50. So it's, you know, there's nothing to write home about in regards to Bitcoin's performance right now. So I would definitely be cautious from that perspective. And I even said to you guys, I would probably get back in at 9.8, subject to seeing a positive movement trend in the charts. And I don't see it. I really don't. And now we're under our moving averages, which makes it even more scary. Let's see, Bitcoin, where are we? There we go. Let's go on the daily and see how the daily's looking. Probably not great. There we go. Look at that. It's super getting tight now. It's really tight. We're in this zone here, and look at that. We're under the 100. Currently under the 100 moving average. So that would have been fairly good support to a degree. You can see it's sort of held in this area here. It's held in that area there. It's only broken through here, and of course it's broken through now. So it's, I wouldn't say it's a breakdown to a degree, but it has broken through that level, and resistance then becomes, sorry, support then becomes resistance, which is exactly what we have in this area here. I'm just going to check with all the Mudswat says press 1 if you came here from Facebook. Guys, if you're here from Facebook, just let Mudswat know. Sucker for Silver says, hey all, hope everyone's Monday is going well. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're in the white metal, I'd say you're feeling pretty good about yourself, up 3.7%. Silver's looking good today. Got my triangle coin from Stormy last week. Oh, awesome, man. Graham. Aussie Alchemist says, I'm convinced $20 silver by my birthday before December. Well, it's already in the trajectory of getting there in October. So, Aussie, you know, as long as that line's maintained, you guys have seen my road to $20 line. As long as that line is maintained and we're just going to be touching support level, then we will be there before Christmas. Graham Stacker says, hey, sucker for silver. Blended whiskey, my man. How are you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. That's blended whiskey. Bitcoin going down again. Yep, I'm sure you want your $4,000 silver there, Mudswat. Yep, there you go. 4K soon. I'd love to buy in at 4K, man. I'd love to buy in at 4K. Whew. Don't forget the Bitcoin halving is happening in May next year. So, you know, my main concern to a degree is this the blow off top that we've had for this year? And we're just going to consolidate out in this sort of gloopy, kind of murky trend that we're currently seeing. Or are we going to have a fake out to a degree? When I mean fake out, we could have a breakout for the short to near term, but then most likely we will have a dump, and it could be quite a big one. Because in most cases, whenever there's been a halving, a Litecoin is a perfect example. It hit its blow off top. I wouldn't say blow off top, but essentially hit its peak at $143, and that was it June? Same time as Bitcoin, and then since then it's just been trickling its way down, and until it's picked up again. I'm not sure where it was last, $72 or something like that. So, however, that took months to get to that level. So, you know, we might see the same thing happen to Bitcoin. Don't be resistance, become support, and join Silver Limey 79 here. I love it. RPM Limited says, SL, not buying a dip. I don't understand. I can't see Bitcoin being outdone. Well, you see, the problem is, you've got Bitcoin futures being launched today with Backed. To me, there's not enough volume. If we have a look at the volume charts, even though Backed has actually kicked in, guys, which to me is the biggest joke ever, because everybody was like, Back's coming in, guys. We're going to see Bitcoin flying to the moon. Bitcoin to the moon. We're going to be seeing $25,000 Bitcoins. Man, we're going to be seeing $100,000 Bitcoin, $250,000 Bitcoin. And of course, everyone gets excited and they're like, oh, yeah, fantastic. You know, oh, man, I got to get in. And of course, the price goes down. But also look at the bottom here, guys. Look at the freaking bottom. This is a telltale sign over here. Look at the volume. Sorry, I've got that. Look at that. Okay. That's our major volume, which was our selling off here. and we've done the same amounts as we've done previously. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with the exception of these areas here, and we've had some selling off today. So for me, when I say buy dips, you want to buy dips that you expect a return. But I mean, to me, I need more confirmation than this to want to get in, because I want to maximize my Bitcoin, like anybody does. Anybody wants more Bitcoin, so that's exactly what I'm holding out for. But the money I have is gonna make me more Bitcoin, ideally. So that's the reason why I normally say buy the dips when it comes to precious metals. Not for Bitcoin. Hey Graham, need to hit you up in DMs about the Zombucks proof. Ooh, that sounds good. RPM Limited says Bitcoin needs a big dump to bounce off. You're absolutely right, RPM, because we need the volatility to come back into the market. So what we need a big dump. And I've said this previously, guys, to many times. We need to go back to the 200 EMA, right, which is currently sitting at 8.7. So essentially, that's where I foresee the low. Yes, we are at 9 grand, and I've said this previously because I've said 9 grand is because that's where we held. We've got consistent buying in these 9 grand areas, even there. So I mean, for me, 9 grand would be the natural level down below this one, and then if it breaks below that, then effectively it has to return back to the 8.7 level, and then I might be tempted to actually buy some at that level. Again, dependent on the move in the market. So don't just go, yeah, great, I'm buying at 8.7. Meanwhile, it continues to drop, and then you've just bought, and the next beat you're $200-300 down. Wait for confirmations. Sometimes if it goes up 100, 150, that 150 might just save you money. So again, wait for the confirmations before buying. So I mean, for me here, this is the red zone. But I'd love to see it back down to 8.7. And I mean, if that doesn't hold, then we're going to be moving down into some seriously scary stuff here. 8 grand. Again, I'd love to buy back in at 8 grand because that's where I bought into Bitcoin for the first time. 7.5. If 8.7 breaks, 7.5 would be a good one. Again, we'll have to see how this all plays out in my eyes anyway. But yeah, I agree with you there, RPM Limited. Hey, Silver Lining 79, just stopped by to say hi. Thanks very much, Health Babe. How are you working currently at the minute? Heck yeah, sucker for silver, please do. Health Babe Silver Line, like 9. Thank you very much. Only 9 likes, guys. Please hit the like button. There's 13 of you guys out there, so please hit the like button. Has BAC done 50 customers yet? I don't know on the customers, but essentially everyone's been talking about BAC since like last year, the year before that. And believe me, with the amount of hype, if you think about BAC, and it's been like years in the making, we should have seen we really should have seen a higher value in Bitcoin. Wouldn't that naturally be the case? And we just haven't. So just goes to show what the market is. Oh, I mean 10. Okay, well, hopefully more than that. Blended Whiskey says, would you say eBay bucks are like cryptos? No, probably not. Well, eBay bucks are like digital dollars, aren't they? Blended. I wouldn't say it was crypto. Mudswats, hey, Health Babe. And we got Aaron. Aaron, sorry, how you doing, buddy? Can you explain what grading a coin does? Well, grading it. Look, if you're a bit of a collector, and you want to get coins graded, and effectively, what you'll do is you'll get them graded. Now, so if we have a look at this coin here, this is a PF70 2005 gold half sovereign that I picked up today. I've been waiting for it 2 weeks. But grading, what it does is, first of all, you get authentication. So NGC have checked the I wouldn't say what the authentication of this piece. So straight away, NGC have vouched that this is a authentic gold coin. Now, I know Health Babe isn't that keen on graded coins, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I'm sure she's going to have something to say. But first, authentication, right? So particularly when you're dealing with gold coins like this, and I mean, if you guys remember Corn, he had all of his US coins were all slabbed and put into holders. There's probably a reason for that, because when you're investing money like this, you want to make sure that it is the genuine article, and the main reason being is the market is flooded with fakes. So what you don't want to do is come into a situation where you've spent a substantial amount of money buying gold, and then it turns out that it's fake. So for me, this is an extra bit of security. NGC have graded this and certified it as genuine. And then also you've got a grade up here. So that's their grade. It's numbered to 70. So it's a PF, which stands for proof. And then you've got 70 ultra cameo. So the cameo is on the there's some kind of a finish in relation to the two dies. So you got the brilliant uncirculated. Sorry, not brilliant. The brilliant mirror. The mirror. And then you've got the proof strike just on the top surface. And then it comes in a very nice holder like this. And a lot of the high value collectors will only buy graded coins. They won't buy bullion. Obviously, this is just that extra piece. I absolutely love these. The holders interlock with each other as well, which is nice. But yeah, Aaron. Just in short, that's what. I hope that's giving you some details. There's no comments currently at the minute, so I don't know if I'm talking, if it's just playing catch up. I'm going to try and catch you guys up on my phone, because this is like delay. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So the messages have come through. Yeah. Okay. No one else's messages have come through yet. So can you explain what grading coins is? Then Aaron says, thank you, sir. Then we've got Mudspot says, essentially grading ensures you are getting the quality you paid for. So it's an MS70 if you know for a fact that it's an MS70. MS is a mint state, so non-proof coins would be classified as mint state, and proof coins are classified as PF grade. There you go. It's just come through now. That's one way to put it, actually. That's why you pretty much nailed you pretty much nailed it on the head there. That's what it says. Essentially, it's an insurance, essentially for the grade coin that you paid for the quality and the genuine article. Healthbabe says, Silver 79, it's one of the purposes that you've described. It helps identify the quality in terms of the mint state, circulated or lower, plus their survival. There you go. That's an interesting way to put it. Thank you very much for that description there, Healthbabe. I'll put that up there. It's also well protected. So, for instance, like this case, I haven't tried to get one of these open, but essentially the cases are fully sealed as well, which means that obviously you can handle this. A lot of people like to feel and touch their coins. Well, essentially, if it's a grade like that, if you were to handle that, more than likely, it probably wouldn't be a PF70 grade. And I've even seen some channels where they've actually got the coins graded and they cracked them open. Immediately then, it's no longer, as much as he's got that little certificate, if he's handled it, then essentially it could, it may not be classified as a 70 grade again. And if he has to send you for regrading. Graham, he says, what's the next one you're sending in for grading, Limey? I've got 3 actually in for grading right now, actually. I want to see if they've, it's currently in grading status with NGC. I've sent a 2018 Proof Krugerrand. I've sent a, nope, okay, that hasn't left grading currently. So more than likely, hopefully tomorrow for Wednesday's live stream, I suspect I'll definitely know the grading of those coins and I'll share it with you guys. A 2018 Mint State Nautical, and I've also sent the Oak Leaf, the Germanium Mint Oak Leaf in for grading. And you know what's fantastic about that is the Oak Leaf, guys, has been pushed out for October, and I will effectively have the first release graded Oak Leaf. So I'm ecstatic over that. Aussie Alchemist says, do lots of research on any slab. Also, you know, if you guys look at the cost of the breakdown, you can do full walkthroughs on these coins. Yes, you pay an arm and a leg for them, But essentially, if I wanted a full walkthrough in regards to this coin, I could pay NGC $250, and they will give me a full detailed description of this coin if I wanted to. But otherwise, the standard grade is there. Silver grading is a way of determining a physical condition of a coin. Grades range from poor, almost completely worn out, to perfection. That's a perfection piece. The PF70, anything a 70 grade is perfection. Thank you very much for that help, babe. Uncirculated, a coin with absolutely no wear, no flaws of any kind. Over 99% of all coins fall somewhere between these two extremes. Thanks, Health Babe. Right, so that's our details for Bitcoin currently. So yeah, I'm waiting for more full confirmations there. So just be cautious out there. You know, the crypto market is extremely high risk for anybody. I always say, do your own research. Only invest money you're prepared to lose in any investment. So even if you're looking at gold, whether it's, you know, precious metals, always put money in that you're prepared to lose. Never invest money that you're going to need in a week or two, because you'll be paying premiums for it, and then when you cash it in, you'll lose that, and then you won't gain those premiums back. And most importantly, do your own research in regards to this market. If you're controlling, if no one else is looking after your portfolio, then effectively it's in your hands in regards to the losses or appreciation. So definitely consider that. And you know, I like to get involved in regards to my own collection. I don't like to lose money. I really don't like to lose money. So for me, you know, when I think someone said that, oh, I was crying that silver had dropped so much. You know, again, it's I don't take it personal, as in I don't look at a personal view of it. I just get frustrated when I lose money. So I'd rather see an uptick, like the yes, brilliant, okay, it's adding more to my stack. I mean, stack of what my wealth is worth. I'm saying wealth like this because it's silver currently. Once we start seeing higher prices for silver, I think that's really when we're all going to be laughing and wishing that we'd bought more. Okay, so silver, $18.65 currently an ounce. Gold at $1,523 an ounce. Platinum is at $959 an ounce. Palladium is at $1,650 an ounce. And Bitcoin is at 9,809 for a token. Guys, that is pretty much the end of the stream. So again, always an absolute pleasure. Graham Stacker says, awesome. Number one, awesome, man. Let's pray for that 70 to come back. I know, yeah, man, I'd be over the moon. Because what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and flip that. I'm going to give it a go, and I might just flip it. I've got the original box with it. So if it comes back at a 70, I'm going to be putting it straight back onto eBay. I want to try and flip it and go again. Or I might just flip it and buy some gold with it. I don't know. I'm going to give it a go. That's the plan anyway, because if I can do it, why not? Silver Limey 79, just FYI, I've changed my mind. I will not sell any of my old things. There you go, babe. Limey, if it's graded as 70, but can you actually see flaws? Do you buy the coin or the slab? That's a very good question, Sucker Silver. There was a friend of mine that asked me some advice on actually this coin here that had come up, this 2005 half. He was looking at a full sovereign, and he said to me, "What do you think of this?" He said, "It's going for a really good price, but under 20 times magnification, which NGC only do 3 times or was it 3 or 5 times magnification? I think it's 5 times magnification. Under 20 times magnification, there was an imperfection on the actual coin." And you know, I said to him, "I don't know. You never know. They could pick something up because he wants to send it in for grading." So I advised against it, and he ended up buying another one. So, you know, he seemed pretty happy with, you know, and I went for a good price. He was like, you know, maybe I made a mistake, but you know, I said to him, don't have any regrets. Another one will come along, and that's exactly what happened. Sucker, not me. Health Babe says, I would automatically assume that it's been opened or tampered with. Sucker for Silver says, hey, Health Babe, long time no see. Hope all is all is good. There we go. Aussie just confirmed there it's 5 times magnification. Silverlimey79, I don't like what I have seen lately on the Fed and the world central monetary policy. That is the main reason why I keep all my precious metals. There we go. So, and I've said this previously before, was it Friday's live stream was they cut the rates. I must say I had a fantastic amount of views there. I had like 280 views or something like that. So it was great to get that in. Oh, actually, yeah, I think it was Thursday, was it? Fridays was a little bit slow. I think I only had 80 views. So, you know, I know this doesn't appeal to everybody, but I'm glad to have you guys. You guys are fantastic. I love talking to you. And again, thank you for taking your time out. The 1 hour's up. So this is me saying goodbye to you, everybody. And the Coinsense and Nonsense dropped in. I'm working, so I can only check now and again. We'll try and listen. Well, unfortunately, we're going to be heading out, Coinsense and Nonsense. And then Sucker for Services, I'm doing fine. Just too much coursework to do. Yeah, I understand you there. So, guys, thanks for watching. Let's get this done. There we go. Thanks for watching. All right, awesome. So that's the end of today's live stream. So we're going to be looking at Wednesday, and then, of course, we will follow up on Friday. Obviously, details are in the description for anyone looking at possibly donating to the channel. That'd certainly be well appreciated. Of course, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you know, for me, I don't hold anything against anyone who doesn't. But again, just to thank you very much for those that have. We've Gram Stacker, RPM Limited, Silver Giveaways, RPM Stacker, and Gram Stacker. And I've got one spot available, so, and I'll be doing a giveaway on that. So again, thanks very much. Aussie Alchemist says, remember, don't be resistance, become support. I love that. I love that tagline, Aussie. It's like a silver message on IG, Health Babe. Yeah, so thanks everybody. It's been great as usual. I'm going to do the shout outs now. So we've got Coinsense and Nonsense, Health Babe, Gram Stacker, Aussie Alchemist, Sucker for Silver. Oh, I think I've called everybody out. I'm trying not to repeat myself this time because I often do. Mudswat, Aaron, Blended Whiskey, RPM Limited. One more. Do I have one more? That is the question. AU Currents. And that's it from me, everybody. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. It's always an absolute pleasure. Mudswat says, enjoy your stream a lot. Well, thanks very much, Mudswat. I like to do live. I don't like pre-recorded. I watch a few pre-recorded crypto channels, but it's just they're talking about old stuff. I mean, they're talking about stuff that happened 5 hours ago. To me, I'd rather just do a live stream. You can immediately see what's happening in the market. And you know what I like about this the most? Whether you're in the UK, whether you're in the USA, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, the time right now for this is what it is trading at right now across the world. So 9,809 is what's being traded at right now. So this applies to everybody. And it's an absolute pleasure. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. And really appreciate everyone for taking the time out in the afternoon to watch my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And look out for some videos. I'll be doing some videos as well. Take care, and thanks again.